Maniacs, welcome back to the channel, your local bedhead here. Today we are going to be reacting to more Project Fear. A lot of you guys have been really wanting me to get back into this stuff, and one of the reasons why I just haven't had a lot of time to do that is because I've been just trying to focus on trying to buy my childhood home, and the GoFundMe is to help me try to purchase this house, try to relieve a lot of stress off my shoulders because I am working a job. So before you go into the hate comments saying, how can you ask your audience for money and whatnot, guys, this is only for the people who want to donate, who randomly send super chats, who randomly just donate to my channel. If they want to actually put their money towards something that will help out the channel, the GoFundMe is probably the best option I can give you guys right now, because the GoFundMe is literally trying to help me purchase this house from my grandma, who agreed to sell me the house. I have a part-time job as a security guard, and I've been just trying to push out and save up as much money as I can to make this purchase. And you know what? It's been really stressful. But I gotta say, one of the reasons why it's not as stressful as it has been is because of the GoFundMe. And on a person-to-person standpoint, I mean, it really means a lot. It really has helped me out, and it just means so much to me that you guys would be willing to do that. But this is for somebody who actually donated to that GoFundMe. So if you guys want to donate to the GoFundMe to see maybe if I will go ahead and do a video that you recommend, I mean, if you donate, I will go ahead and react to it at some point. This is for somebody named Benicio. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I'll be reacting to both parts of this Project Fear episode in honor of you. I mean, it means a lot. It really does. So thank you so much. But guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the video because it's going to be over an hour long. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll leave that link to the GoFundMe if you want to go check it out in the description down below. Project Fear, I do enjoy a lot. I do. As a matter of fact, I would say they're probably one of my more personal favorite paranormal groups on YouTube. Now, whether they're legit or not, I don't know. I have not been watching a lot of the debunking videos on Project Fear. As a matter of fact, I haven't watched any. I haven't seen any debunking stuff on Project Fear. I know they're out there, and maybe at some point I'll watch them. We'll see. We'll see.
An innocent family bludgeoned to death by an axe.
The Reverend, he confessed to the murders.
What did this person look like who did this?
Preacher.
No way! That is insane.
We just captured audio of the murder happening.
I gotta say something about the Villisca Axe murder house, which I actually would be down to go to at some point in the future. I'm not sure, where it is or whatnot. I'm not sure if it's like that far away, to be honest. That whole tragedy, I mean, seriously, holy smokes. What a scary concept. Someone sneaking in your house, hiding in a crawl space or a closet, and then waiting till you all go to bed so he can come out and just bludgeoningly murder all of you. It's crazy, crazy. And I've seen so many videos, and it's kind of nice. Can I go ahead and say it's kind of nice to get back into other houses instead of the Conjuring house? But it's just nice to go back into something that I'm very familiar with, but haven't really dove into all that much. So the Villisca Axe murder house.
Welcome back to Project Fear. We are on the road experiencing some of the most haunted homes in the country. This has been a pretty intense road trip already. I know we are incredibly tired, but we are continuing on our next location. We are going to be heading to Villisca, Iowa, where I will be taking the guys to the Villisca Axe murder house. This is no ordinary home. This is one of the darkest stories that I have ever heard. An innocent family bludgeoned to death by an axe under the roof of their own home. The entire home is a crime scene. We've already been to homes that have had some tragic stories, but this one is the worst.
Yo!
Yo! What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Jeez, Al.
Sorry, I'm excited. We're in Iowa.
We're about to go to spooky places. It's our favorite thing.
What is up with you today?
You've changed since the last
My
decade.
God!
Oh, they're on the road again.
On the road again.
From New York to Iowa.
We in Iowa.
Iowa? Oh, this place is messed up.
There's no place else. Why'd you do this to us? God, we're in Iowa. People from Iowa, Iowans, or Iowanites, or Iowans?
Why'd you take us to Iowa, Chelsea? Could it possibly be the Villisca Axe murder house? Ah!
Got red-handed!
I
think you're on to something.
No!
We are going to the Villisca ex-murder house.
Dude, this is gonna be freaky.
Yeah, this place is always creepy.
We were at Villisca about 2 years ago for Destination Fear. We didn't even get to spend the full night there because we split it up into 2 different locations. So like, we've never been there as a group and we've never actually spent the night there.
One of the first like haunted horror stories that I've ever heard was the Villisca ex-murder house. Like that's the first thing I watched on like some docu-series like back in the day.
Yeah, it was something most
Like
haunted.
most scariest places on earth.
This
Dude,
freaked the crap out of me.
I actually still watch that from time to time. They're not like a paranormal investigation thing. It's just, it goes over the history of certain locations and whatnot, and maybe some experiences some people have had on these properties and whatnot. And it's a pretty interesting show, actually. I highly recommend it. I think it's free on Tubi. So if you're curious, go check it out.
The girl's voice.
Villisca, Iowa. Villisca, Iowa. Villisca, Iowa.
Villisca, Iowa. I might have butchered that. I don't even think it sounded like a kid.
Villisca, Iowa. Villisca, Iowa. Villisca,
I hate her voice. Yucky! Oh my god, dude, if the cat's back.
Oh yeah.
The kitty cat is back.
There's a cat at Villisca that we fell in love with last time. It
Church?
freaking sat on my my
Go
chest.
show a little clip right here.
Let's cut to a
little clip.
Me and Chelsea were so scared in the house, and then this little cute cat scared us, and then it jumped on my top of my chest, and I almost kept it and called it Villisca.
I think, wasn't Sam and Colby there? And I think they said the name of the cat was Church, I think. Ironically, I have a cat named Church.
So thick and cute.
He is a cute cat.
Like and subscribe for the cat.
Oh, if you don't like and subscribe, you don't like animals.
Oh, it's true, you don't.
Do it.
Alright, check in. We're still alive. We've been driving for a couple hours. We're still in Iowa too, so that's happening.
Thought that was a sick joke, but it's not.
It's not.
No, we're still here. Still driving.
Every hour that passes in Iowa feels like 6 hours. Fun fact.
Allison, you not liking it here?
Sorry, from Minnesota. I just have a lot of home pride.
I'm glad we're not doing the overnight tonight.
Yes.
I just had an energy drink and I'm still sleepy.
I don't want to go to this house. This house is so freaking scary.
Whoa, you have glasses?
Yeah, I have glasses out. It's been established.
Dude, I'm like losing my mind.
Really? We're losing our minds, folks.
Always.
Subscribe, by the way. Like this video.
Anyway,
guys, we love you.
I'll tell you something I'm going to try to do when I do paranormal investigations is when I go into these locations, I am not going to think about it as a haunted house. I'm not going to go into these places thinking I'm going into a haunted house. I'm going to do my utmost best to try to go into there with a clear conscience. Don't want to go in there thinking all these bad things are going to happen because that's just going to build my anxiety. It's going to build my, I'm going to be very paranoid and I don't want paranoia built up. And I think that's what, unfortunately, a lot of paranormal investigators do, unfortunately, to themselves, is that they build up that paranoia. And then when you go into these locations, you're just going to, everything you hear, you're going to freak out over, right? I mean, that does happen constantly. And they self-acknowledge that they're actually building up the fear by it. And, you know, going over the history, talking about the murders and stuff. And I think what I would try to do is just try to level it down a little bit. Like, go into there. And I'm sure maybe some paranormal investigators do, but I feel like not a lot of them do it.
cut to the Airbnb.
Let's get to the Airbnb, huh?
Bye! See ya!
Oh.
See ya!
See ya! See ya! See ya! See ya! See ya! You guys think that's funny still? See ya! See ya!
All right, we made it to the Airbnb. It's awesome. It's actually pretty cool. Alex, there's the day.
This journey always takes us home.
Where did you find that?
I don't know where I found it.
Oh, you.
Don't know where I got that.
Chelsea.
Overhead light switch located on the wall to the right of the pantry doors.
God, is that from a poem?
No, Tanner, she's reading the damn rule.
That was
I seriously have it all, guys. But please do not use this door. Thank you.
Chelsea.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
I know, I can't help myself.
So much room for activities in these bunk beds!
What is it?
This freaking bunk bed!
That's so cute. That's so cute.
The Triceratops!
Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowa's sick now.
I love Iowa now.
Well, That's it, guys. We're gonna read the packet now.
Let's do it.
Let's read the packet.
Let's read the packet.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Time to read the packet.
All right.
So obviously you guys know where we're going. You know, when you think about the axe murder house, you obviously know what happened, but there's details in there that I feel like we need to revisit. It hits home because it's a regular family, and it's incredibly tragic, but there are some details in here that you don't know. All right, start us off.
Villisca Axe Murder House. Nestled in the hills of southwest Iowa, this bustling railroad town of 2,500 people was considered to be an exceptionally safe community where children would play outside, unsupervised, and households would trustingly leave their doors unlocked. This horrific and historic tragedy.
First off and foremost, never leave your door unlocked. I don't care how safe you think your area is. That doesn't mean nobody from a far distance could not come into this area and F shit up. Nobody should be just walking into your house in the middle of the night anyways. Even if you do trust them, it's like, why are you walking into my house in the middle of the night?
Robbed Villisca of its innocence, a night that still haunts and puzzles both locals and outsiders alike. You see, this case has never been solved.
That's always the wild part. Like this insane, tragic story, the killer got away. Like it's an unsolved murder.
After that fateful
Freaking
night,
Jack the Ripper,
on the
man.
morning of June 10th, Moore's neighbor, Mary Peckham, noticed that the Moores were not outside taking care of their regular chores and that the house was unusually still. What they found was one of the most shocking crime scenes anyone had ever seen at the time. The entire family, as well as the two young overnight guests, had been murdered, all bludgeoned with an axe while they slept. In the upstairs master bedroom lay the first victims.
Yeah, I think they actually still have the marks on the ceiling where the guy was like lifting the axe up and hitting the ceiling with it and then coming down and hitting whoever was on the beds. I think overnight. I think it was overnight I was watching that went over that.
3-year-old Josiah Moore and 39-year-old Sarah Moore. The killer only used the blade of the weapon on Josiah, who received the most brutal beating. The rest of the victims were murdered with the blunt side of the axe. In the adjacent upstairs bedroom,
I mean, not even like a quick death. I mean, being killed with an axe wouldn't be probably a quick death anyways, but the fact that he used the blunt side of it, because he just genuinely enjoyed watching them be in more pain, is just shows, so sick. It is so sick.
were the Moore children. 11-year-old Herman, 10-year-old Mary, 7-year-old Boyd, and 5-year-old Paul. In the main level guest bedroom, they found the bodies of Lena Stillinger, age 12, and her sister Ina. There was evidence that Lena tried to fight off her attacker, as she appeared to have a defensive wound on her arm. The attack was so vicious that the ceilings of the parents' and children's bedrooms showed gouge marks made by the upswing of the axe.
It's so freaking crazy.
Dude, how scary for those two remaining girls, because if there's a defensive wound on her, like clearly they were hearing the swinging, the thuds, the walking around upstairs, knowing that something was happening.
A strange detail that they noted was that all of the mirrors and glass windows in the house, as well as the victims' faces, were covered by sheets or articles of clothing. At some point, the killer cooked himself a plate of food, which was left untouched in the kitchen. The police investigation later discovered that multiple cigarette butts have been found in the attic, which led them to believe that
He was up there for a while, smoking cigarettes waiting until they fell asleep.
the killer snuck into the house while they were all away and waited until everyone was asleep before committing these violent murders.
And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the movie Black Christmas was inspired by this situation a little bit. If you have never seen the movie Black Christmas, the killer in that movie, he sneaks into the house and he goes upstairs, pretty much waiting until everybody is falling asleep or waiting for chances to go downstairs to kill people. I wonder if it was inspired by these events. It would not surprise me because this is very much similar. I mean, there's even scenes of like the guy just sitting up in the attic, just waiting, just talking to himself and stuff.
Several possible suspects emerged. A local state senator and businessman who had bad blood with Josiah, and a traveling, reportedly unbalanced minister who happened to be teaching at the Children's Day service at the Presbyterian Church on June 9th. The Reverend was eventually arrested, tried, and acquitted of all charges, despite the fact that he confessed to the crime. He claimed that the voices in his head made him commit the acts, and that a shadow in the backyard gave him the axe. That's the part that kind of blows my mind still, is that he confessed to the murder.
And somehow he got away.
He knew details about all this stuff, and they still acquitted him.
Obviously, we won't ever know who did this, but last time we were at Villisca, me and Chelsea walked in there, asked some questions, and we got the word Reverend on the ovulus. Then, a few hours later, when Tanner and Alex, you guys walked in there, you were asking similar questions, and you also got the word Reverend on the ovulus. When we left last time, we were kind of the opinion, like, maybe it was the Reverend. And so, if we get Reverend again on the ovulus, I'm gonna be, like, more convinced than ever.
Right.
Haunted accounts.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, though, that he actually said he did it. And, you know, his story reminds me a lot of another person, actually. I'm not sure how much you guys know about the real story of the Amityville Horror House, but there was a guy by the name of Ronnie DeFeo Jr. And Ronnie DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family with a shotgun. Went around every room and hit up his entire family. None of them woke up. There was no signs of actual fighting or anything like that. So he was able to go into every room with a gun and just blow their heads off. And somehow nobody heard it. Not even the neighbors heard it. He said that a shadowy figure gave him the gun and told him to do it. Very much a reoccurring theme I am seeing with people. And then he also said there was voices in his head telling him to do it. Very similar stories. I don't know, I took that connection and made it immediately.
Those who visit can feel the depressive energy the second they step foot in the house. People have seen apparitions of adults and children that they believe to be the spirits of the family and the neighbor girls still trapped within the walls. But most troubling, there are also multiple accounts of a much darker and oppressive force within the walls of this tiny structure. Is it possible that the spirit of the murderer has come back to the scene of his crime?
Wow, who wrote that for you, Zach Bagans? Is it possible that the murderer came back to the scene of the crime where he committed such horrendous acts?
Active areas include the first floor bedroom. This is where Ina and Lena's bodies were found. People who have investigated this room report many physical interactions. There are reports of some individuals being scratched and some instances where people find themselves trying to inflict physical harm to themselves in this space. You guys remember that story of the guy stabbing himself in like the leg?
Right in the living room.
Yeah, that's got to be like the killer, the spirit of the killer, right? Like stuff like that. That's not the Moore family.
Like there could be something else there that we don't really know about that is making people act violent.
Yeah, there's definitely a heaviness of darkness there that's not the family, and it seems like it's the killer.
And I gotta say, I actually am more lenient on that concept, believe it or not, that negative energies or negative spirits could have an impact on your mental state. I do believe that. There was a time, and the reason why I say that is because when this house, the house that I'm living in now, when this house was haunted, it's not anymore. We had someone come in and do a seance on the house, and it actually worked. It actually worked, but the entire family was experiencing some crazy stuff. And I remember when, believe it or not, a psychic medium came over, and she was saying that there is a portal in your room, and it's feeding off of whoever's sleeping in there. She didn't say this to me. My mom invited her in, and it was like late at night, and she pointed up to my room and said, "This is where it's coming from," and that's no surprise. So when that was happening, and I do believe it because I was okay with the whole seance thing happening until the day of the seance. So we got everybody involved. You know, they were like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to get the seance done. And it was a Native American-esque seance. Again, I was completely okay with it. But around the day it happened, I lost my temper. I still have no explanation of why I did this when I was clearly okay with everything happening, I lost my temper. I started saying how stupid the idea was. Everybody around us is going to make fun of us at the fact that we have Native American seance happening. I mean, it's going to be nonstop bullying. It's going to be ridiculous. And I got so mad that I actually walked out of the house and just walked away until the seance was over. And then when I came back into the house, I felt so much better. I wasn't mad anymore, but I was just so overly aggravated. And all you can do is take my word for it. But literally, that's what I did. I was just annoyed. I can't explain it. I can't. That's one of those things that's happened in my life that I'm like, I can't explain that. I just got pissed off. It's the only time this ever happened in my life, and I've lived in an even more haunted house back in Washington. Later on, I found out apparently there was an old man spirit in the house, which apparently my dad has seen too. An old man spirit who was pissed off and annoyed at the fact that we were having anything done with this house. He was driven out, of course. You know, we feel like we really won that battle. And this is from my own personal experience, of course, too. So take my word for it, or whatever you want to do. But this really did happen. Was whatever was in this house, this old man, was his anger coming through me? Was he getting pissed off? And I just felt like I fought it well enough to where I could walk out of the house and just accept whatever was going to happen.
The second-story bedrooms. This is the floor where the entire Moore family of 6 was found slain in their beds. Josiah and Sarah in the master bedroom just at the top of the stairs, and the 4 children in the adjacent bedroom. People report feeling extremely dizzy on this entire floor and find themselves overwhelmed by an oppressive feeling. People have claimed to witness poltergeist activity in the children's bedroom. The closet doors will swing open and slam shut on their own. I mean,
Oh, dude.
like when we were there, the whole bed thing was weird when me and Tanner were there, and all of a sudden, like, part of the bed just like snapped off.
And there was no like area where it showed like it was fixed or like jimmy rigged. It was just all of a sudden it broke.
The attic, where it is believed the killer silently hid and waited until the unsuspecting family.
I didn't see their first investigation, so I wouldn't know. But looking at that, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if all that stuff in the house, if they're original, they're probably very old. I mean, I know that's the typical thing you could say, but no, it's true though. I mean, in these old houses, you got to accept that anything could affect anything. They even have a wind chime in the attic. It's kind of smart, actually. Then you know there's a breeze going through. Kind of smart.
Family and their house guests were all asleep for the night. Today, people report hearing footsteps pacing back and forth behind the closed door. Others have successfully captured children's laughter on EVP.
Ugh.
Dude, that's so creepy. Just children laughing that's a no for me.
This location will make you lock your doors every day. This place has scarred me. This story has pierced my soul.
It's gonna be another weird one. I'm glad we're back just to face this place again. This is gonna be good. Well, Charles,
What do you think? We bundle up and go to bed?
when do you think we get some rest?
Let's bundle up and go to bed in our Airbnb.
I think we should go bundle up into the bunk beds.
Oh!
We bundle up into the bunk beds?
I think if we're all feeling a little scared, us boys could take the 4 bunk beds.
Yes.
Oh, we're leaving Chelsea out?
Oh, she's not scared. I don't want to sleep in a bedroom alone, so maybe we all sleep in the same bed just for this one night, not because of any other
same
reason.
room.
Same room. Did I say same bed?
Same
Is
bed.
that same bed? What is that about?
Did I say same bed?
I think you did.
Let's dial it back.
All right, let's dial it back.
It's okay. It's okay. We're dialed back.
Well, it's been about 24 hours since we've last recorded, and we're headed now to Villisca.
Are you ready for this?
Not really. This place is scary.
Super.
All right, see you guys.
Alex, we're all going to the same place.
Bye. Don't care. Bye. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna do everything right. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's gonna have a fun time tonight.
You guys ready for this?
No.
Not really.
As long as the cat's there, I am so happy. Okay, we're pulling into the neighborhood.
Uh-oh.
We are about to pull in.
Getting close. You're regretting your choice?
Such a, like, I know it's going to be an emotional roller coaster regardless because it's just such a heavy location.
We're here. Oh man, let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, and this is not something that has to do with just Project Fear. I always found it weird before they go to these locations, they always have to say, I know it's gonna get crazy. I know it's gonna be an emotional ride. I just know it is not going to be. It's going to be a lot worse than last time. It's like, all right, how do you know? And then it turns out to be that way. I've always found that weird. Now, that could be just them saying it just to say it, and that's fine. I'm not saying that's not what's happening. But I always found it strange that they would say that, and then all of a sudden this video is now like an emotional roller coaster and actually crazy. I don't know. Are they like, I guess that's just building up the hype a little bit, maybe behind it? That's probably what it is. I'm probably just overthinking it. I'm probably overthinking it. There it is.
Let's go in.
Let's do it. Let's get our gear.
Oh,
After you, Charles. You brought us here.
let's go in.
Dude, it's wild. Like, literally the second you walk in, you feel the heaviness.
Every square inch of this place, this guy was walking around with a bloody axe.
We were here a few years ago, and we're gonna be here all night. We'd love the chance to communicate with whoever's here. While we explore, I'm just gonna turn the Ovilus on right away. This is the device that we got Reverend on twice last time, so I'm gonna keep this on while we walk.
Smart. You do you, man.
There's Ina and Lena's room.
So sad. That's so sad.
Oh,
What was that?
there's creaking right above us, like second floor. Just heard the floor shift.
Hello? Are you above us? That's them. That's the Moors.
That is them. So sad. So sad. There's somebody here. Can you describe yourself? Last time we were here, somebody did talk. Her.
Oh.
Can you describe yourself? Her? Okay.
Well, they were looking at
Sarah
the
Moore?
picture a second ago. So maybe if that is, a spirit saying her, maybe that was a moment. It was just a bit of delay, a delay.
There were a few girls in this home. Can you be more specific and let us know who you are?
What did it say?
Oh,
Friend.
a friend.
Oh!
No way.
I have chills
I
all
have
through my
chills
body right now. This is insane.
Ina and Lena were both friends. They were family friends in that room, and they passed away here.
Oh my God.
Ina and Lena, we're coming into your room. Who are we talking to right now? Can you confirm whether this is maybe Ina or Lena?
Letter.
Letter. Yes, you can use letters.
Yes. Can you give us like an I or an L? The first letter of your name?
Or pick a word that has that starting with it.
Yeah.
So can you pick an L word and an I word?
Laugh.
Laugh. It started with an L.
L, laugh.
Ah, oh, it said laugh?
Yes.
L?
So we're talking to Lena. We asked, can you pick a word that starts with your name? And now it just said laugh. That's Lena. We're talking to Lena.
Lena was the one who was like had defensive wounds. Like she was the one who actually could have seen this killer.
Lena, do you know who the killer is? Do you know who murdered you and everyone else in this house?
Did you know this person?
Oh.
Ooh.
Right when you were saying, did you know this person?
Can you give us a hint? Pick a word in that system.
Jesus.
I mean, the Reverend preached about the Bible, preached about Jesus.
Okay.
Right. But why wouldn't it just say Reverend then? If it's able to speak words, there really shouldn't be any reason why Reverend should not come up if it has something to do with Reverend, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know this is, connecting the dots is kind of what paranormal investigators do sometimes, but I always found, another thing I always found weird is just why isn't it just saying Reverend?
Anybody else here with you right now? Lena, is your sister here with you?
You guys are hearing that, right?
Yeah.
That sounded like boots.
If you can hear our voice, can you walk into this room, please?
Yo.
What was that?
The cat.
That was a bang.
Wait, is there a cat in here?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is he?
Oh, there's a kitty. That's not the same cat as last time.
Is there a cat, though?
Right there.
Oh, my
it wants to hang out.
Aw.
You're just the cutest. Hello, little cat.
We
Aww.
have a cat problem. We're gonna move the cat to the barn.
Save cat.
Aww. Oh, look at that.
Little egg roll.
You named it Egg Roll.
Yeah, we named it egg roll.
Because egg rolls are delicious. And so
right.
is that cat.
You're so cute. Yes, you are. You
It's okay. We could never get mad at you for tampering with evidence.
You little tamperer.
We're moving the cat inside to this barn. Aww. Okay, Egg Roll, we'll be back.
Bye, egg roll.
You stay in here.
Okay, see you, egg roll.
You stay warm in there.
Nice.
All right, good. Good.
Well, that was nice of them. It wanted attention, too, but
So we moved the cat.
That's
So
adorable.
now we hear
that's adorable. But now I'm sad not to see the gray cat. I really want him to come back, but it was really cute. It was really cute.
anything, we know it's not that cat. Lena, are you still here?
Can you tell us what happened that night in 1912?
I know that.
No way. That is insane.
Preacher.
I mean,
Now,
we literally were.
That could possibly be a late response right there. That one right there could be a late response.
We're asking, like, can you tell us what happened that night? And boom.
We know the
Preacher
word
property.
Reverend is in there. Can you?
Preacher
Run.
property
It said
run.
you guys were talking, but it literally said preacher property run.
What?
Like the preacher is on the property, and we should get out of here. That's
That's pretty
pretty
bizarre.
wild.
Was it Reverend Kelly who did this?
Can you use the word reverend? Like last time when we were here? If the preacher or reverend is here, why are you coming back? Why did you take innocent lives?
I feel like we're being stared at right now.
That's paranoia.
Lena or whoever.
That is a good example of paranoia right there. You're literally talking about the preacher, which that did come up in the Ovilus, and we're continuing to talk about the preacher and why he could be on the property, and now you're starting to speak about how you feel like you have eyes on you. That is a good example of paranoia. I'm sorry, that is definitely paranoia.
We were talking to earlier is even here right now.
I don't think so either.
It actually feels like vacant. Like it feels different right now.
There's a handful of people out there who don't even believe the kids or the family are even here anymore. I feel like the children and the family may actually be able to, they may be here, just but what we were saying where it's like they come and go.
Dude, my hearing just went.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I'm hearing a buzzing.
What?
Dude, I'm not kidding. Everything just went muffled. Like this ear's
guy-
almost completely deaf, and this one's buzzing.
Does it feel like when you get to the top of an airplane, you need to pop your ears?
It was instant.
Was it just
Dude,
one?
all of a sudden, just like instantly, both ears went completely silent, and this one was buzzing.
What do you think that is?
I don't know, but it felt like something just went straight through my head.
Did you just say something to Alex?
Were you trying to affect Alex? Were you trying to do something to him?
I want to say there's got to be an explanation, but I really don't know what it would be.
Even if it wasn't paranormal, it's weird timing to be sitting here at this moment. That's never happened in the past on any of our overnights.
Okay, think about the stories here though, right? Like if it was the Reverend, something on the property, a shadow told him to grab the axe.
And you have a guy
Supposedly told him on the property to grab an axe.
here 3 years ago and something got into his head and told him to stab himself.
Dude, I don't like that at all. Like, I'm really tripping out about this now.
It could have been paranormal, for all we know. For all I know, it could have been. But for me, this moment has been built up where everybody has been talking about this preacher, because the preacher came up and through the Ovilus. Again, I'm going to repeat myself there. This preacher came up in the Ovilus. Now they're coming up with different things. They were talking about just now the shadow that, the preacher apparently said he saw and handed him the axe and told him he needed to do this. And he heard voices in his head. And this guy had something happen with his ear. Not saying it wasn't paranormal, but I'm also trying to be realistic about it too. I have had situations happen. I mean, Tanner mentioned that was it like a popping sound? Was it popping? And that's happened to me several times. I would hear a buzzing in my ear and a ringing in my ear. So, I mean, it literally could have been anything in that moment. It's not automatically paranormal. I think even Dakota is acknowledging that even if it wasn't paranormal, it's kind of weird, the coincidence. And you guys, again, are building up the suspense quite a bit. You guys are talking about something pretty dark all around together in this room that is inside the house, getting in the paranormal mood. So paranoia is definitely going to be a factor in playing on your emotions here. I've been in rooms where I'd be telling ghost stories and all of a sudden I feel like I have eyes on me. This is something everybody can do. Get your friends together. Do yourselves a favor. Get your friends together. Sit down in a living room. Sit down in your bedroom. Turn on a light. Sit there and tell ghost stories and tell me if you do not feel like there are eyes on you afterwards. Tell real ghost stories too. Not your typical, there's a hook and everything on the door. No, tell ghost stories. I remember I heard a story. Now everybody turn off the lights, sit down. I'm going to give you an example. We're going to talk about a paranormal story really quick. There was a story I remember I was listening to, and this is on Angry Grandpa's channel. It's a man in the blue suit. And basically, he went to a funeral. I can't remember what funeral he went to, but he was at this funeral, and an older gentleman, nice blue suit, really like a yellow tie, dropped his hat under the house. He walks up to, young little Charlie Green, and he's like, "Hey, young man, I hate to bother you, but my hat blew under the house. Blew right off the top of my head, blew under the house, and now I can't get to it. But you're young enough, and you're nimble enough. Can you get under the house for me and grab my hat?" He, being a respectful kid, says, "Yes, no problem. I'll get it for you." Climbs under the house, grabs the hat, gives the hat back to him. And he's like, "Thank you so much." And the old man hands him a coin, like an old silver dollar. That would be probably worth a lot of money today. He hands him an old silver dollar and says, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate you," and goes about his day. Charlie walks over to his dad, flipping that coin. And his dad asked, "Where'd you get that money?" He says, "Oh, I helped an old man get his hat from under the house and he gave me $1." And His dad's like, no, we're not taking nobody's money. We're at a funeral. He goes over, and they're trying to find the man. He says there was no way they couldn't have found him with that blue suit, so he was a standout. Go and look for him, and he's not there. So he decides, you know what? We're going to go ahead and ask, Grandma if she had seen this person, because she knows everybody in town, and just in case if the guy left. Like, hey, Grandma, Charlie got a coin off of a man, and he needs to give it back because we're not taking nobody's money. And she asked Charlie, what did he look like? Because she knows everybody. He says, well, he had a long face, like a blue hat, and a beautiful blue suit with a yellow tie. And she automatically stops what she's doing, grabs her mouth, pauses, and she almost was at an awe. So she's like, I'll be back in a few. She walks away. A couple hours later, she comes back with a picture book, and she opens the book, and I'm getting chills just even thinking about it. She opens the picture book, and she points at a picture of a man. And she's like, Charlie, is this the man that you saw? And he's like, that's the man. That's him. That's the one who gave me the $1. She looks at him and says, Charlie, that is old Mr. Jones. He's been dead for about 10 years, and he was buried in that blue suit and that yellow tie. Just an example. Let's go ahead and get back in the video.
Want to keep exploring? Think I'll hit the second floor a little bit?
Yeah, I think we should go upstairs. We haven't explored that yet tonight, so. Okay, we're going upstairs. If there's somebody here, you can follow us up.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I saw that coming.
What is up, everybody? We are taking a quick break from this video to tell you all about Raycon earbuds.
We use Raycon headphones every single day, whether it's for pump up music at the gym or to catch up.
Well, that's your problem, man. You're using those earplugs. That's probably what fucked your ear up. Makes sense now.
On a podcast.
9:42 p.m.
Coming upstairs. It just said the word pray.
Pray?
Pray?
Pray.
What?
Why are we supposed to pray?
How come you said the word pray?
It's the axe mark.
Oh my goodness, dude.
That's messed up.
That means the killer had to be standing right where you are, Chelsea. And that's his backswing.
As a kid too, you probably feel so protected knowing that the only access point to your room, like someone would have to go past both of your parents. Mm-hmm. But little did they know that the killer was likely right in the middle of them in that attic the whole time.
That's actually terrifying. Yeah, it's really
I don't know
terrifying.
how he hit this wall and no one woke up.
You gotta think these are small children. When you get scared, you don't go running. You just cower in, put your blanket over your head, and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like most.
Not in all situations. Some would actually run out of the room. I mean, hell, that one kid tried to fight back. Right? I mean, I'm not sure how the age difference, but I'm sure they went over at one point. But not all the time. No, some kids will get up and run.
So the children had to have been awake.
Just keep looking. Let's go to the kids' room. This is the kids' room, the children's room. Yeah, there's an axe mark right there on the ceiling.
So disturbing.
And this is the closet that so many different people have captured opening and shutting on its own.
Can you open up? Can you open the door?
Can you come and use this device and pick words to talk to us? What's even in here? I wonder why this closet always opens.
Could be from the kids hiding.
Ooh, good point, Al.
If that theory's correct, if they do hide when the killer comes back, this would be the spot.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
That door did not sound like it latched all that good. So the door itself might just not be that well latchable. I've never been here. I have not seen this door in person, but if I ever do, I will point that out immediately.
Is there anyone in this closet with me?
Wait, was that you?
What?
That knocking?
Like 3 taps?
No.
What the fuck?
Wait, seriously?
No.
You didn't do 3 taps?
I didn't even hear it.
You didn't just go.
No, I'm literally standing still.
Yo!
Okay, that was really weird.
That was
weird.
strange. Right when he got in there and started talking. Wait, was that you? That was strange.
It did sound like fingers, to be honest. It did sound like tapping.
I thought it was him.
I did too. So I didn't even really react to it.
Oh.
I didn't hear it.
Interesting.
Is there somebody up here with us?
Can you make that knocking noise again? Can you copy this?
Lena, if you're still with us, can you tell us that you're still here?
Ugh.
Coming out?
I'm creeped out.
I definitely feel like we should split up. Use maybe a few different devices, split up in different parts of the house.
All right, let's do it.
All right, who's taking the basement?
Such a weird feeling.
Is there a basement?
So I think Tanner, you and I will be together. We will hang out on the main floor where we were getting all that activity earlier on in the night. Dakota and Alex, you guys will be upstairs. We'll all have different gear.
Back in. Let's go to the attic. Give us like 5. We'll yell down when we're all set.
Yeah, definitely explore the attic because we haven't even been in there tonight.
We can definitely do that. Thanks, Chelsea.
See you, losers.
See ya.
God, imagine falling down
Monkey,
those.
real quick.
Okay.
Don't lose egg roll.
We'll not let it grow.
Look at you! You're just a curious cat! Oh my god! You're so freaking cute!
Into the attic. Haven't been in here in 2 years.
I can do a pretty killer cat impression.
Man, this is very creepy.
Alright, coming in. I'm just gonna pop the squat here. Dude!
You guys okay?
You fall?
No way.
We're good!
We're fine.
Nothing happened, we're good!
Well,
We're actually fine.
looks like you're gonna be paying for that.
Oh, dude. You fat ass.
You guys break a chair.
Nothing happened.
Fat ass.
Shut up.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh.
You ruined their chair.
Oh no.
What are you guys doing?
I broke it. I sat on a chair and it snapped in half. Okay. So me and Alex are here in the attic.
Oh god, I remember this doll. I forgot all about this doll. Holy shit, what a throwback. I can't believe he broke that chair. I mean, I'm sure he's obviously the guy paid for it. Obviously, I mean, there's no way. Yeah, but that sucks. That sucks. I would feel so bad.
Set up a REM pod on the ground in front of us. It emits electromagnetic frequency, and if anything comes into its bubble, it'll go off.
Alright.
What the fuck? That's a creepy doll.
Careful.
That's weird.
If there's anybody up here on this top floor, we're in the attic. And there's this red light on the ground right here. If you can go and touch that red light, that'll let us know that you're here.
So I'm gonna turn back on the Ovilus because it was giving us some pretty good information before.
We want to invite you into the room right now if you can hear our voices. Chelsea has a device in her hand where you can select a word. Is there anything you'd like to say? If you could please give us information of what happened that night, that'd be so helpful.
Saw.
Saw.
Did you see the person who did this to your family and yourself? Did you see this person who did that? Did you know this person? Did this person look familiar to you? Clouded. Weird word.
Like maybe their memory is clouded?
Maybe.
That's the only thing I can think of with that word. We know it might be hard to talk about something so tragic that happened to you, but we would like to relay your story to the world.
Ours.
Our story. Oh, so multiple people.
Are we still talking to the children who lived here or visited here? If not, can you tell us who you are? Now.
Now?
We're talking to you guys now. Can you be more specific on who you are?
So right here is the digital recorder. It is thought that this can pick up spirit voices. Setting it on the ground. All right. So we're in the attic right now, and it is believed that the killer who murdered the entire Moore family and the two guests stayed in here and hid out until they got back home from church.
It's fucking
Are
freaky.
you still here with us right now?
What is the darkness that's still here today?
Earlier tonight, I felt something go through my head. Is that the dark presence? Can you explain what happened there?
A lot of people today believe that Reverend
Fucking
Kelly
doll.
was the killer. Do you believe Reverend Kelly was the killer?
Is that the dark presence? Can you explain what happened there? A lot of people today believe that Reverend Kelly was the killer. Do you believe Reverend Kelly was the killer?
I could barely hear that.
Children laughing.
Straight up like a conversation.
Yeah, like whispering.
Like a whisper conversation.
Reverend Kelly was the killer?
Just like a freaking couple words there.
Yeah.
Was the killer?
Yeah, I can't make it out.
Was the killer?
I don't know.
That's weird. Keep playing. Keep listening.
Just got colder in here.
My legs got freezing.
That's the same feeling I felt when that ominous presence we experienced happened earlier, like that same kind of void of space.
Right.
If the killer is here, still roaming around this house, why do you revisit this home? What was the reason for this disaster? If you could pick one word. Born.
Born?
Were you born with this desire? Were you born with this sickness? Whoa.
I could have sworn I saw something like right here to there. I'm not kidding. I thought I saw something go from right here to there.
What? Is it a shadow? Dark shadow?
Yeah. Go up. Like it made the blackness go darker. Is someone in the kitchen?
Some just moments like this are just you see someone just fucking run out of the kitchen, just running right at him.
I feel like we should go over there.
Yes. Bleep. Go.
Okay, we are in the kitchen. We came to you now. They what?
I am recording on the digital recorder.
I'm so into it. I'm so into it. I'm just like listening. I'm waiting for something to happen, and they cut away every time.
Two. Whoever's up here, we're gonna go quiet for the next several minutes. We're not gonna ask questions. We're just gonna be silent and allow you time to talk or give us a message. So please come through, whoever this is.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Dude, that sounds like a kid screaming.
Something like petrified.
Like screeching and screaming their guts out.
What the hell?
That should not have been recorded. We didn't move. If anything, the only thing they should have picked up is a few creaks from our chairs.
That almost sounded like we just recorded like the murder taking place.
Let me hear that again. That's really weird. Oh,
Dude, that just sounds like a little kid screaming to me, and then it just cuts out.
yeah, like done.
Dude,
Let me play the end part again just to show people the cutoff. And it just goes back to silent.
dude, that sounded like footsteps right after it.
Right
too.
after, there's a few seconds and nothing, and then just a loud couple steps. It's almost like someone like walked out of here.
Dude, that sounds like a door opening or shutting or something. I don't know.
There it goes. Footsteps. It's so creepy. It's like a actual series of events that plays out. Screaming, footsteps, door getting shut.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain that.
That might be the most terrifying recording we've ever gotten.
It's the longest EVP we've ever captured.
Like, we just captured audio of the murder happening. It's what it sounds like.
That's what, dude, we might be just overthinking because that's what is in our heads the entire night is this murder. But, like, to me, that it sounds like that.
If it's not screaming though, like what is that?
What
we
is
were
it?
silent. It wasn't, the recorder wasn't moving, it wasn't even in one of our hands.
If what we just captured is real, like someone in this house was awake and terrified.
Let's play the rest of this back the next couple minutes, and if there's nothing...
Well, here's the thing. If someone screamed like that, then how did nobody else wake up? I guess the parents were already dead by the time that happened, so there was no way the parents were going to come in and running in and helping. Ah, it's so terrifying. That really is sickening. I almost feel sick just thinking about it.
We should go show them that scream, because that's freaking loud.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Nothing else.
After that, nothing.
Silence.
Yeah? Barely.
You guys want to hear something weird?
What?
Come listen to this.
What happened?
We did EVP in there for the entirety of the time. So the last recording, we said, we're just gonna leave this on for 5 minutes and go silent. And at the 2-minute mark, it sounds like someone screaming for their life.
What?
And then it sounds like something goes up to like a wooden door and shuts it.
What? Like it was like the same continuous noise for like 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, and maybe we're wrong. Maybe someone watching this has a better idea of what that is, but I don't know what to call that other than screaming.
No.
Where was the digital recorder at this point?
On the ground, probably 2 feet in front of us, in the middle of the attic.
Like that was a guttural scream.
We've heard screams before, but they have been short, they've been concise, they've been like a breath, not like a elongated scream.
Yeah.
That's one of the craziest.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, I don't know what happened, but right now it seems very different.
Yeah.
And I want to figure out kind of what's going on. I definitely want to try the PS device. It'd be interesting to see if what we were getting on the Ovilus corresponds to what we would be getting on the PS device.
Yeah, like if there's any words that match up, like preacher, reverend, anything like that, that's gonna be weird.
Where would you like to do it?
Honestly, probably downstairs.
I don't know. It seems like more of the occurrences or activity is happening upstairs in the attic.
Egg roll, you woken up? Egg roll. I did the egg roll.
Perfect angel. You're so cute.
All right, Egg Roll, you hold down the fort.
We'll be back.
What's up? How's it going, everybody? I just did a big old leg kick. We are stopping the video real quick just to tell you guys a little bit about the Fear Club. What is the Fear Club? We have exclusive content.
Okay, I gotta say, the timing of that was not good. I understand you gotta promote your club and everything. That's awesome. I mean, more power to you, but like, we literally just got done talking about how we possibly just heard a little girl gut-wrenching screaming for her life, and that was pretty heavy hitting. To go straight to a karate kick in the air and then Fear Club. Fear Club. I understand why they do it too, because you're in the middle of their video and it's the best time to catch your attention. But again, because we got done listening to something like that horrific, and then we just get this, it just took me right out of the video. It takes you out of it a little bit. You're like, get back to the scary stuff, like the stuff that we're here for, right? The evidence.
Bonus scenes, bloopers, podcast. I'm telling you guys right now, it's one of our favorite places to be. We are on there all the time.
And we get to talk to all you guys in our own private space, and I think that's one of the coolest things about it.
Join the club. Who doesn't like clubbing? All right, see ya.
Okay, bye. We're gonna see you in the club. Alright. So, every time we've been here, in this exact room in the house, we have gotten a very similar response on the Ovilus. We've gotten twice where it said reverend, and tonight as a group, we got the word preacher. I think it would be a good idea if we took out the PS device. The PS device is very similar to the Ovilus, so it has a word database. So We're gonna give it a try.
We're back right now, sitting in the living room, and we have a new piece of equipment for you to use. Can you come through and talk to us again? Lena, are you still here?
If this is the Reverend or the preacher, can you just confirm with us with a word that explains who you are?
Wanted.
Wanted.
Wanted. Who's wanted?
Can you tell us why you did what you did?
Other.
Other.
Laugh.
Laugh.
Are you laughing at us?
Weird. Actually, the last time we got laugh, it was for Lena.
Are you here, Lena? Lena.
Other.
Other again.
Or again.
We're getting mixed signs, mixed signals on who we're communicating with. Are you a child? Can you get one of your parents to come into this room? Can you get your older sister to come into this room?
Older.
Older.
What?
Can you get your older sister to come in this room? Older? Lena, can you come in here and talk to us again? A lot of people believe.
Well, that just made no sense. You're like, can you get your older sister to come into the room? And then it says older, so I'm assuming it probably said I'm the older because it was saying other, so I was assuming it was answering saying I'm the older sibling. And then, Lena, can you come back into the room and talk to us? It's like, but I'm the one talking to you.
Clouded. We got clouded on the Ovilus. Like, do you think they even know what happened?
Like everything is a blur. I mean, they were in their sleep and all of a sudden they died.
And you guys got that earlier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Weird.
Like maybe like they don't know how to answer because everything happened so abruptly.
What do you think happened?
Will tell.
Will tell.
What the heck? What will you tell?
Death.
Death.
What?
Will tell death?
Will tell death.
Like how they died or like
Sister.
Sister!
oh my goodness, dude.
Will tell. Maybe she's gonna tell, like, what happened to her sister. I don't know.
Maybe. Can you tell us about the death? Can you tell us what happened to your sister? It's like we're talking to Lena again.
Yeah.
We know you were probably awake for the attack. Can you describe the killer? Can you talk about him? What did you see?
Late.
It was late.
Late?
True.
Late at night?
Yeah, it was.
What did this person look like who did this?
Distance.
I mean, maybe they weren't able to see. I mean, think about how dark it is right now. Like, bam, flashlight. How are you supposed to see somebody and see any features?
Do you know if the person who did this to you has returned back to this home?
Him.
Him. Who is him?
Is the person who did this to you still here? Do you still see this person? Do they still visit here?
Preacher.
No way!
Is the person who did this to you still here?
Preacher!
Are you kidding me?
That's
Two different devices.
Two different devices, same word, same night.
Not even Reverend this time.
No.
Preacher. Two different
I think
devices.
it's weird because when we were here last time, I felt like we were actually talking to the killer, and the killer referred to himself as a reverend, and these kids are calling him preacher. Like that's That's what kids would probably call him.
It's two separate devices, two separate things, and both of them happen to pick that certain word.
There's something about this spot.
Like, this might be the spot where he hung out the most after.
Weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's about to say arrived. It's pretty weird that that's come up in two devices now. I will give him that. That's pretty actually weird. And again, this is the guy who actually admitted to doing it. He got away with it, but he apparently, in his own words, did it.
Arrived.
Who?
Ooh.
He's gonna say preacher again.
This is getting so creepy.
Is the preacher here with us right now? Where are you?
Who had just arrived?
Holy shit! No way!
Jesus, Murphy.
That was so loud. It sounded like someone just got out of bed upstairs.
Dude, what?
Is there someone up there right now?
Can you come down here? Come down to the living room.
So wait, that jump almost gave me a heart attack. Jesus, Murphy.
Can you come down here now?
Boots!
Boots. Like boots on the ground.
It's literally what it just sounded like. It's like whatever this dark killer spirit is like up and awake now. Or moving around.
Holy shit! Holy...
Did that come from the attic or the bedroom?
I think that was right above us. I just want to go look for it.
Yeah, it could have been something falling off the desk or something. What's that in the middle of the floor? A ball?
I don't know what we heard.
Like nothing crashed, nothing moved.
You guys see anything up there?
Literally nothing has moved. Like, I don't know what we
It
heard.
sounded like something big moved.
What has happened?
I don't know.
You still with us right now? Is the preacher here with us right now?
Me!
Me? Is the preacher here right now? Me. Okay.
No.
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 Me. Oh, maybe it is still one of the children.
Like it's just still me.
It's me. No, it's not the preacher.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What?
Lena, are
This
we
is
still talking?
crazy.
Are we still talking to you, Lena?
Who do we keep hearing upstairs? Do you know who that is who's moving around?
Is the preacher here tonight?
Is the preacher upstairs right now?
No.
Now.
Now.
Whoa.
No.
No.
No. Now?
No.
Oh, but he has been.
Why does he come back? Do you know why he comes back here?
Is he here every night? Just at certain times?
Area.
Area.
He's in the area.
When he's here, do you stay or do you leave?
hide. Like, when the preacher comes, they all hide.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this is so direct. This communication is like next level. There's not even a single word we're getting that doesn't make sense.
It's almost like Lena's always here.
Sometimes it made no sense.
I'm just nervous for the rest of the night. Like, we're almost at the halfway point through the night. We're gonna be here for a while. And like, is this preacher gonna come back at some point tonight?
If the preacher comes back tonight, will you tell us that he's here?
Like, can you warn us so we have time to hide?
Lena, tonight, later on, there may be a time where we split up. Do you think that is something that we are safe doing?
What do you mean we're gonna split up?
Asking Lena.
Well, wait, what's your plan?
Yeah, we heard that as well.
Well, I honestly do think sometimes the best evidence and the best results that we get are when we are in the most vulnerable positions. So I do think that there will be at least one or two of us that explore this house all by yourselves.
What?
I don't know if I want to do that.
Not everyone will have to do it, but probably like two of us will have to explore this home by ourselves.
That's a 50-50 shot.
Awesome idea, Chelsea.
We've never done it before.
No.
Like, we've never even...
Because we was smart.
Like,
Wait.
I don't know.
What are you talking about? They've split up before in locations. Not like, haunted house like this, to my knowledge, but weren't they at that, the first investigations I watched of theirs, or like the first videos they have on this channel, didn't they like split up? Like going in different sections or different floors of like an abandoned asylum or something like that? They've done similar stuff to that.
I feel like the killer, that person is going to show themselves at some point tonight. And if it's when someone...
Alone! Okay. Cool, so it's listening to us and knows exactly what the game plan is.
That's so weird. No.
Great.
I mean, literally, it hasn't.
What the frick?
My bad.
Alex.
I leaned backwards.
Oh, are we doing this?
What the frig?
We're doing this, guys.
Okay.
It could be any of us.
Great.
Sweet. Comment down below who you want to see do this.
Comment below who you think is going to have to do this alone. While you're thinking about that, also don't forget to look for the hidden duck.
Yes.
Because there is a hidden duck somewhere in this video.
And might as well smash that like button because that really does help.
And if you just don't like smashing things, just click it real gently.
Click it.
Just give it a little tap.
Yep, that's the end of this video. We'll see you guys next week for part 2.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's do this.
All right.
Love you guys.
See y'all.
See you next week.
Okay. The Villisca Axe Murder House episode 1 is out of the way. Quite a couple moments in there of genuine spookiness, for sure. Definitely towards the end there. I think with the preacher, the voice, that voice coming through and screaming like it did, and then for that to do like the club shout out. It was just the timing. That's all it was just the timing. Because I was really into it. I was actually very much feeling it, and I'm like, oh, this is really intense. Actually, this is really getting good. And then these channels like to just, I think, ruin moments like that, because it's like, damn, dude, we're actually feeling like we're getting something scary and serious here, and that the fact that these kids are probably reliving this horrible incident, and then club drop, and it's the worst timing. I don't know. I don't understand why they feel like that's a good idea to time it or put it in that moment. And again, this is for more than just this channel. This is obviously things that I just noticed with other channels too. It's like, we're trying to take it seriously. We're trying to really be into doing what you're doing. But when you do stuff like that, it could just take it out of it. Do it during a moment that's not as, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who feels that way, but I feel like it's definitely something that I think more people are probably, they understand where I'm coming from, I think. It wasn't a bad episode. It was pretty good. I'm curious to see part 2, of course, and yeah, we will do that. Get this video up to 100 likes. 100 likes will continue whatever video you guys want me to continue. So, Project Fear, Sam and Colby, Nostalgia Critic, Dead Meat. I mean, just get those videos up to 100 likes tops, and I will do another one as soon as possible. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this. Thank you again, Benicio, for donating to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Do take care.